Hey everyone, so today I'm doing the Writer's Life tag, and I guess I'll just get started. So number 1, when do you write? Usually I'll write in the afternoons when I get off work, after I've gone to the gym, and after I've had dinner. So as late as possible. Usually that's between, I would say, 7 and 9 o'clock at night probably. It's just kind of when it works out for me and my time. So how do I schedule myself time from the outside world? When it comes to doing something like that, I'll always put my phone on mute, so I cannot hear, or on silent, so I can't hear any notifications that I have, and usually my roommate's not here, so it's already quiet, and so all I have to do is turn down my TV or turn it off, and then I like to just open up my blinds and let the light in, and that's really all it takes for me. As far as making sure I schedule that time, I always try to set aside time. So for example, if I have to do if I have to do homework, then I'll set aside time and say, hey, you got to shut out the rest of the world because you have things you have to do. So when I have things I have to do is whenever I do that. Okay, so how do you review what you wrote the past day? I just skim. I don't have a good method for this, and I think that there is a good method out there. I just have to figure out what it is for myself. But yeah, so I just kind of skim over what I've already written. Okay, what song is your go-to when you're feeling uninspired? So I don't have a set song that I go to that I can think of. If I'm feeling uninspired, usually I'll just put on some classical music or I'll go to YouTube. So whatever I need to do. What do you always do when you find yourself struggling with writer's block? So when I have writer's block, my number one recommendation is to go to YouTube and to watch spoken poetry. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the beauty and the words and how people say things, but it always inspires me. So for example, when I'm at work, I like to keep a Word document up on my computer, and I'll go to YouTube, and that's when I watch videos. I watch Kim Chance or Kristen Martin or whomever I'm watching. But if I'm watching spoken poetry, usually that'll get me motivated, so I can just skip on over to my Word document and type up my little poem or whatever it is I'm feeling at the moment. It works out really well for me, so I suggest that at least give it a try. Maybe it'll work for you too. So what tools do you use when you're writing? When I'm writing, I don't think I have any specific tools. Usually I will write in Word, but I did purchase Scrivener, so I've been using that a little more, but I'm still very unfamiliar with it, even though I know it has an incredible capacity. So right now I'm just using Word or notebook and paper. I use that a lot too, to write down characters, and I'll draw pictures up, stuff like that. Okay, so what's the one thing you can't live without during a writing session? Something to drink and gum. If I'm writing, I need something to drink. I don't know what it is, and I really enjoy having tea or something that's caffeinated because I love caffeine and it helps me feel like inspired and I want to write. So usually I'll have some kind of caffeinated beverage and gum, because in between drinking my caffeinated beverage, I like to chew gum. I don't know what it is. It's just kind of what I do. Okay, so how do you feel yourself during your writing session? What I usually try to do is to stop and brainstorm, or stand up and do some jumping jacks just to kind of get the blood flowing, or stop in the middle of it, go do something, finish my laundry, whatever I have to do to give my mind a mental break for just a minute so I can come back to it and I feel refreshed and I'm ready to start over and do everything all over again. Okay, so, and then how do you know when you're done writing? I know. My body always tells me. So for example, if I'm writing a scene or something and I eventually will either finish the scene or I hit a dead end, but my body will tell me, hey, I think it's time to stop, because all of a sudden I'll be hungry or I'll get really tired. There's always something to remind me that I have to go and do other things, like sleep and eat, my two favorite things. So yeah, that's it. That was all the questions for the writer's tag, and everything's been kind of crazy. I'm trying to get accustomed to my grad school schedule. I haven't figured that out yet. Haven't done as much homework as I should have done yet. I got up at 4:30 this morning, so I'm really tired. It's been a really long day, so happy Monday.